There seems to be a sudden deluge of students wanting to apply for a master's in data science. Universities trying to figure out and come up with new offerings around the data sciences in particular. In this two-part video, what I'm going to try and do is break down everything you need to know about pursuing a master's of data science in the US. We will cover what data sciences are. We will move on to what the curriculum looks like. We will then tackle what job opportunities you can expect after graduating from a master's in data science, and more importantly, why it makes sense for you to pursue a master's in data science. In part 2 of the video, which is one that you will enjoy, I will break down the top 5 masters of data science programs that you can apply to in the US, along with specifics of how to get into each one of these. Stay tuned and we will know everything there is to know about pursuing the masters of data science in the US. Hey guys, my name is Suraj and I'm the co-founder of Gradvine. I have a master's degree in energy and data sciences from Carnegie Mellon University, and therefore I am sort of a pseudo-expert on understanding the data science degrees, figuring out what makes up a really good data science degree from a curricular perspective, as well as giving you the top 5 universities to pursue your master's in data science. Alright, let's get started with what the data science stream looks like. This is a term that has been coined, I think, in the last 10-15 years, where we are living in this age of petabytes, soon to be the age of exabytes. I will leave you math nerds to figure out what the 10 power is for both exa and peta. That's up to you, but we are in that era where there's a huge deluge of data. Every single big company, government organization, energy industry, climate change industry, the hospital and the hospitality sector, every single sector is just figuring out how to break into and use all of the data that they're collecting. The data science degree was born out of necessity. It's the confluence of multiple different disciplines that already existed, but the intersection of these disciplines did not. And that's something that has come up now academically for the last 5 to 7 years. The confluence of computer systems, information systems, statistics, mathematics, optimization, and programming. That's what data science is. By taking analytical, statistical frameworks, applying them to whichever domain you want to get into, and solving problems in that domain, that's the idea of data science. Alright, now let's look at why these degrees have become so popular in the last 5 to 7 years. One, understand that every single big company, you will have realized with the opening up of ChatGPT and GPT-based models, large language models, Uber and Lyft coming up with their own self-driving cars, and a bunch of other technological revolutions around the space, that data seems to be the new oil. As cliched as that sentence seems to be, pointer, don't use that in your SOP. As cliched as this sentence seems to be, it is indeed the new oil. Everyone is scrambling to get in on the race. While there's a lot of people that come from individual disciplines, there's very, very few that are at the intersection of all of these disciplines, namely computer science or programming, mathematics and optimization, and the domain that you want to actually apply the data science to. Because of this crunch in people that are actually able to cut through all of the noise to find the signal, data science seems to be a booming field. If you are someone who's looking to get into the data sciences, stay tuned for the rest of the video, and in specific part 2 of this series, where I will give you the top 5 masters in data science courses that you can apply to in the US. Now that we've understood why they've become so popular, let's try and break down in a generic manner what the course curriculum looks like at most of these top universities that are offering a master's in data science. Usually in the US specifically, most curricula are divided into 2 aspects. One is the core courses and second is the electives. The way to think about the data science coursework seems to be a combination of course, your core courses and the electives. Within the core courses, there seem to be 4 major sort of branches that they're covering. One is underlying math, so all of your calculus, probability, optimization. Second seems to be a lot of the programming ability. So the ability to deal with and program and build algorithms on top of the data. Third is the data engineering aspects. With the deluge of data coming in, the ability to not just apply statistical models on smaller slices of the data, but on everything as a whole. So big data systems, information systems, etc. That seems to be the third data engineering aspect. And the fourth is basically the application of all these three to a particular domain in order to make a decision. Those four categories seem to be making up the most of the core of every data science curriculum. The second aspect of it is the electives. Within the electives, depending on what a particular student's interests seem to be, there are a wide variety of options. Applications of data science in finance, applications of data science in the healthcare sector, analytics as a separate systems course, data visualization as a means to convey the results of everything that you have already analyzed, and predictive forecasting methods that can help you predict the future based on past data. These seem to be a couple of different flavors of the electives most universities are offering. With that, we come to the end of part one of the video, where I've talked to you about what data science is, why it has gotten so popular over the years, and what the curriculum looks like. Stay tuned for part two, because that's where I'm going to break down the top 5 programs for masters in data science in the US, including giving you a detailed assessment of how to apply, when to apply, and what you need to do to stand out from an application perspective. I will also go into a little bit of detail on the job outcomes you can expect after graduating with a master's in data science. Till then, stay tuned.